You think your cat loves tuna. You think they crave milk. You are wrong. To understand what a cat truly wants to eat, we must look at their hardware. They are obligate carnivores, or hypercarnivores. This means they biologically require animal protein to survive. They cannot synthesize taurine or arginine like dogs or humans can. Let's start with the gold standard of the feline diet, the mouse. A mouse is nutritionally perfect. 55% protein, 23% fat, 2% carbohydrate, and roughly 70% water. Compare this to average dry kibble, 30% protein and up to 40% carbohydrates. We are feeding lions a diet of cereal. In the wild, the ancestor of your cat, Felis sylvestris libica, eats 10 to 20 small meals a day. Their stomach is acidic, pH 1 to 2, designed to digest bone and kill bacteria found in raw meat. It is a biological incinerator. Now, let's look at the urban stray, the alley cat. What do they actually eat? Studies on stomach contents reveal a grim truth. While we imagine them hunting rats, urban ecology studies show that 60 to 70% of their diet is human refuse, scavenged trash. Why? Because rats are dangerous. A sewer rat is large, aggressive, and can injure a cat. Cats prefer soft prey or free food. The second most common food for strays is not rodents, but insects and reptiles. Grasshoppers and lizards are protein snacks. What about birds? Despite the bird killer reputation, birds are hard to catch. They make up a smaller percentage of the diet than mammals. Move to the feral cat in the true wild Australia or remote islands. Here, the diet shifts back to pure carnage. Australian studies show feral cats eating rabbits, skinks, and native mammals. They consume the entire prey bones, organs, and fur. Why the whole animal? Because muscle meat alone is deficient. Organs provide vitamins. Bone provides calcium. Now, the domestic house cat. The picky eater. Why is your cat so fussy compared to a stray? It starts with imprinting. Kittens form their food preferences between 5 weeks and 6 months old. If a cat never ate wet food as a kitten, it may not recognize it as food as an adult. They develop neophobia, fear of new foods. Let us decode their tongue. It has no receptors for sweet. A genetic mutation, TS12 reals, broke that receptor millions of years ago. Instead, they are hypersensitive to amino acids, umami, and nucleotides. They literally taste protein. Pet food companies know this. They coat dry kibble in palatants, a slurry of hydrolyzed animal tissues animal digest. It is cat crack. The smell of these pyrophosphates and acidic fats triggers an irresistible eating response, even if the food is mostly corn. Fats are the second driver. Cats love fat. They prefer food at a temperature of 101 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, the body heat of fresh prey. This is why they reject cold leftovers. To a cat, cold food signals dead for too long, implying bacteria and rot. Texture matters. Some cats are crunchers, dry food, others are lickers, put dumb. This is often determined by jaw shape and pain. Dental pain is a silent epidemic. 70% of cats over age 3 have tooth resorption. They might swallow kibble whole to avoid chewing. The thirst trap. Cats have a low thirst drive. In the wild, they get 70% of their water from blood and meat. A cat on dry kibble is chronically dehydrated. Their urine becomes concentrated, leading to crystals and kidney disease. This is why they love running tap water. In the wild, still water, stagnant bacteria. Running water fresh is safe. What about fish? Cats love the smell, but fish is not a natural diet for a desert ancestor. Fish can be addictive due to the strong smell, but it is often high in heavy metals and can degrade vitamin E in the body. Beef also unnatural. A cat would never hunt a cow. Beef allergies are actually quite common in cats. The rabbit and poultry, chicken, duck are the closest biologically appropriate proteins to their natural diet. My cat eats grass. Yes, they do, but not for nutrition. It acts as a mechanical irritant to induce vomiting. It clears parasites in the wild and hairballs in the home. It is self-medication, not a salad. Whisker fatigue. If your cat leaves food at the edges of the bowl, they aren't full. Their whiskers hurt. Whiskers are sensitive touch organs. Constant friction against a bowl causes sensory overload. Use a flat plate. Raw feeding. It is biologically consistent, but microbiologically risky. Salmonella affects cats less than humans, but it is not zero risk. Bones. Raw bones are safe calcium. Cooked bones are death, splinters. Vitamin toxicity. If a stray cat eats only liver, their spine can fuse. Too much of a good thing is fatal. The dumpster diver stray often suffers from pancreatitis due to high-fat human scraps, pizza grease, fried chicken. Obesity, the #1 nutritional disease in house cats. We equate food with love, killing them with kindness. Cats are contra-freeloading. Studies show they prefer to work for food. It releases dopamine. The hunt, catch, kill, eat, groom, sleep cycle. This is the holy grail of feline happiness. Synthetic mouse. Scientists are working on lab-grown meat that mimics the exact nutrient profile of a mouse. Insects are the sustainable future. Crickets are high in taurine and protein. Some hypoallergenic foods use bug protein. Rotational feeding. Feeding the same food every day creates allergies and boredom. Variety mimics the wild. Smell is 90% of the taste. If a cat has a cold and can smell, they will stop eating and starve. Maillard reaction. Cats love the taste of roasted meat, brown proteins. That is why they beg for your roast chicken. Nucleotides. These are flavor enhancers found in muscle tissue. They amplify the umami signal in the cat's brain. Pika, why do some cats eat plastic? It may be the texture or animal byproduct steroids used in plastic manufacturing. Bull sucking. Common in Siamese cats. A self-soothing behavior linked to early weaning, not hunger. The height of the bowl. Cats prefer elevated bowls to avoid crouching, which compresses the stomach megaesophagus. Feeding frequency. One big meal is unnatural. It causes scarf and barf regurgitation. Use automatic feeders to dispense 5 small meals. This cures the 3 a.m. wake-up call. Treats. Most treats are just carb. Heavy junk food sprayed with liver powder. Limit them to 10% of calories. Freeze-dried meat. The healthiest treat. It removes water but keeps the nutrient structure intact. The microbiome. A stray cat has a more diverse gut biome than a house cat. Indoor sterility weakens the immune system. Probiotics. Essential for transitioning foods to prevent diarrhea. Pumpkin fiber, a biological hack for both constipation and diarrhea. It regulates water in the colon. The no list, onions, garlic, anemia, grapes, kidney, chocolate heart, xylitol liver. Lilies are not food, but pollen ingestion is fatal. Even drinking the Voss water causes kidney failure. Lactose intolerance. We repeat. Adult cats cannot digest cow's milk. It causes gas and pain. Goat's milk, slightly better, a casein, but still not a necessary part of the diet. The gift. When a cat brings you a dead mouse, it is not a gift. It is a teaching moment. They think you are a terrible hunter. Mother cats bring stunned prey to kittens to practice. You are the kitten. Social eating. Some cats are social eaters and only eat when you are in the room. This is affection, not protection. In the wild, eating is vulnerable. Having a lookout, you makes them feel safe. Evolution moves slowly. Your cat is essentially a wild animal living in a pantry. Reading labels. Chicken meal versus chicken. Meal is rendered concentrated. Whole chicken is mostly water. Meal is actually higher protein density. Grain-free doesn't mean carb-free. It often just swaps corn for potatoes or peas. Legumes, peas, and cat food are controversial. Some studies link them to heart issues, DCM, though more research is needed. The balance, high protein, 50% plus, moderate fat, 20 to 30%, low carb, 10%. Senior cats, their digestion efficiency drops. They need phony more high-quality protein, not less, to prevent muscle-wasting sarcopenia. Kidney disease, CKD the exception. Low phosphorus is key, which usually means restricting protein. It is a balancing act. Assisted feeding. If a cat doesn't eat for 24 hours, hepatic lipidosis, fatty liver begins. Their body mobilizes fat too fast, clogging the liver. This is why you never starve out a picky cat. It is dangerous. Transitioning food takes patience. Mix 10% new with 90% old, increasing slowly over 2 weeks. Acne prevention. Wipe their chin after eating. Oil buildup blocks pores. The African wildcat didn't eat tuna. It didn't eat beef. It ate desert rodents. Modern pet food is a convenience product for humans, not a health product for cats. Homemade food. You need a degree in nutrition. Missing one nutrient like choline or copper causes long-term damage. Supplements. Fish oil omega-3 is great for joints and coat, but it adds calories. Calorie counting. An indoor cat needs only approximately 200 calories a day. That is less than a Snickers bar. Neutered cats have lower metabolic rates. They need 20 to 30% fewer calories than intact cats. Seasonal appetite. Cats eat more in winter to stay warm and less in summer. This is an ancient rhythm. Stress eating or stress starving. Changes in routine affect the gut-brain axis. Feed in a quiet place. Eating is a vulnerable state. No loud noises, no dog staring at them. Whisker-friendly mats. Food falls out of flat plates. Use a mat to keep the area clean, but don't switch back to deep bowls. The rasp. The tongue removes meat from bone. It is the ultimate tool for a carnivore. They are not vegetarian. They are not omnivores. They are predators living in your living room. Respect their biology. Moisture is life. Protein is fuel. Carbs are filler. The skin test. Pinch the skin on the neck. If it stays up, they are dehydrated. Cat fountains. They encourage drinking by mimicking streams. Filter changes are crucial to prevent bacteria. Meal prep for cats. Making batches of balanced raw cooked food is growing in popularity, but requires strict adherence to recipes. AAFCO standards. Complete and balanced means it meets minimum survival requirements, not necessarily optimal health. The wildcat didn't have AAFCO. It had variety in whole prey. We have created a diabetic, obese cat population by ignoring their evolutionary history. The solution: more moisture, less dry food, more play. Bird watching. It stimulates the appetite. It is visual snacking. Digestion takes 12 to 24 H-hours. A dog digests in 6 to 8 H-hours. Cats are slow processors. Poop quality. Small, dry, low odor, swing good digestion. Raw wet, large smelly, soft tumble bad digestion. High carb fillers. Scent enrichment. Let them sniff new things, safe herbs. Feathers. It enriches their life like good food. Silvervine and valerian. Alternatives to catnip. Genetic response varies. Paw preference. Cats often test food temperature with a paw before eating. Hand feeding can help shy cats eat. Your scent comforts them. Clean bowls. Cats hate the smell of old detergent. Rinse thoroughly. Their nose detects chemical residue. Texture aversion. As cats age, they may prefer softer food due to weaker jaws. The wildcat is still in there. Beneath the collar and the microchip, the biology is unchanged. The mouse remains the gold standard. We can only try to mimic it. Feed the tiger in your living room with respect. Food is health. Food is longevity. Food is love. Stop feeding the marketing. Start feeding the carnivore. Thank you for watching. Feed wisely.